Welcome into the DNVR Nuggets Weekly Breakdown presented by Denver Rubber Company. Operating since 1972, Denver Rubber Company provides the highest quality products with a fast turnaround while offering innovative solutions to serve a diverse line of industries. And guess what? That includes the snow. DRC will be your go-to when it comes to anything with snow plows as they cut to size and pre-slot most snow plow rubber. If you need a reliable local partner for long-term projects, go to drcfirst.com/DNVR today. I'm Allie Monroy, and with me today is DNVR Nuggets beat writer Harrison Wind. They just finished beating the Miami Heat 109-89 and playing one of their most complete games, or the most complete game of basketball that we've seen this season. What'd you think of their performance last night, Harrison?
It was their best performance of the year. Their most complete game of the year against arguably a team who's been the best team in the league so far. Miami had the best defense heading into the other night and had arguably been the best team in the league. So a huge win, most complete game of the year. The offense has been so up and down this entire season, which is a crazy notion considering you've got Nikola Jokic on this team, Jamal Murray, Gary Harris, and Paul Millsap, who are always so steady. But the offense had looked terrible. The defense was hit or miss. They had their most complete game of the year. They shot the ball well. They defended well. It was a great win.
We got to talk about Will Barton. You told me earlier the thrill is back.
Yeah.
How has he been playing in your mind?
He's back. He's looked great this whole year. I thought he looked a little shaky in the preseason, but over the first 2 weeks, he's looked like his 2017-18 self, which I've always said is the key. He was not good last year, but he's obviously over his injury. He's shooting the ball well, shooting like 50% from three right now, and that starting lineup has been amazing. Murray, Harris, Barton, Millsap, Jokic, they've already outscored their opponent by like 39 points in 90 minutes, so they're killing it. And I said it at the beginning of the year, and it's held true. That starting lineup with him is great.
Michael Porter Jr. made his debut a few games ago. Yeah. Did he play last night?
He got in garbage time.
Okay,
played about 3 minutes, scored 2 baskets, but they were a very loud 2 baskets.
Yeah, the Pepsi Center was chanting for MPJ at the end of that game. Are we going to see more of him? Do you expect Michael Malone to put him in a little more, or is this the type of minutes we're going to see from him?
I think this is what we're going to see from him in the interim. I got to believe it's going to take an injury like the Will Barton injury kind of gave him a little sliver of hope there for minutes for a couple games. Right now, it's going to take an injury. We know the Nuggets aren't necessarily a team, and Mike Malone isn't necessarily a coach to mix things up when the Nuggets are winning. No matter how ugly it is, he's usually going to stick with what's getting him W's. And right now, Denver's winning, and the bench hasn't been great with Torrey Craig, but they've still been getting W's. So I think Porter is going to have to wait a little longer. But my prediction with him has always been, if he gets minutes, he's going to run with it. And so we'll just have to see when that time comes.
Well, during that Miami Heat game, Paul Millsap and Gary Harris were both injured, had to leave the game. Paul Millsap had a facial laceration. Yeah. And Gary Harris.
It's the medical term.
Oh, my God. What I heard is he broke his face. Got 11 stitches above his eye. How did that happen?
Bonked heads with Justice Winslow going for a loose ball, and Millsap definitely got the worst of it because I think Winslow stayed in the game.
Oh, my God. It literally looks like Harry Potter on his face. And then Gary Harris left with a ankle injury.
Yeah.
Do you have an update on them? Do you expect them to play against the Sixers on Friday?
I expect both of them to play against Philly. Millsap will likely be sporting a headband, so return a headband Millsap.
He posted an Insta about it. It's back.
He's all about it. He's all about it. Gary is the one you worry about because he's just been so injury plagued over the last couple of seasons with just minor stuff like an ankle injury, but doesn't seem too major, at least right now. I think he'll play Friday.
The Sixers are coming into this game with 1 loss.
Yeah.
What are the Nuggets going to have to do to beat them?
Well, do just what they did against Miami because the Sixers have one of the best defenses in the league so far, just like Miami did coming into Denver. So if the Nuggets are able to score on Philly like they did on Miami, I mean, that's a recipe for success. They've got to knock down their open threes. That's something they hadn't been doing for really the entire season, the first 4 or 5 games. they did so against Miami. So that's what they'll have to do against Philly.
Well, be sure to catch all of our post-game content on thednvr.com. For Harrison Wind, I'm Allie Monroy, DNVR.